These are my 5 tips and tricks for finally managing your inbox. Most of us are living in our inbox, missing deadlines and losing time for meaningful work. So I created the STAR framework to reclaim my time. And now I've updated this framework to include Copilot features so that no matter where you are on your Copilot license or your Copilot journey, you'll be able to walk away with some actionable tips. By the way, my name's Amy. Let's nerd out. Before we jump in, I wanted to quickly touch on licensing so that you know what Copilot features will be available to you throughout our training. So, on the Microsoft homepage here, m365.cloud.microsoft, on the bottom left hand corner here, you'll see that mine says Copilot brackets premium. So, this means that I have a Copilot premium license, which gives me access to the Work IQ toggle. The Copilot chat is grounded on my Microsoft data. And inside of 365 apps like Outlook, I have access to Copilot in the top right hand corner here, which opens up that Copilot chat. And also, Copilot is available directly within my emails to help me draft and respond to emails. Now, if you have Copilot brackets basic here, then that means that you do not have a premium license. So you will have just a regular Copilot chat that is grounded on the web data. And then inside of 365 apps, your availability of Copilot depends on your organizational size. Now, I would love it if you could drop a comment below and let me know which area you fall into, because this helps me create better content for you depending on your licensing in the future. And if you did like this diagram, it is also available in my Copilot starter pack. Now that we know licensing, let's pop into the framework. So we have STAR, which is for sorting our emails, time management, automation, and refining our communication habits. Then I've added another S at the beginning to make it 5 tips. And the first S is for settings. So there are 3 main settings that my students miss all of the time, no matter how seasoned of a user they are. And these will just help you move through Outlook and make your day to day a little bit easier. So in Outlook, we can pop up to that gear icon on the top right. And then the first one is going to be for my Copilot Premium users. So if you have Copilot Premium, then you'll be able to toggle on Copilot here. Then the next thing that I want you to do is to define your instructions. So these help Copilot, draft emails that sound more like you and less like a robot. Now, my trick here is that if you have that premium license, then run this prompt here in the Work IQ toggle, which says review the last 200 emails in my sent folder in Outlook to extract my style, tone, and length. Then draft a clean copy instructions that I can paste into my Outlook instructions. Once Copilot gives you that output, you can review them and fine tune them and then save them in this custom instructions. Now, the second item that I want to show you is time zones. So I like to use this little search bar in the top left here. We can navigate to time zones, and we'll see in that calendar view area, we have time zones. So this will show different time zones on your calendar in Outlook. And it's super helpful when we are coordinating with people in other parts of the world, which is so often the case. And this just helps you visually see, what time of the day it is for them. Now, the final item that I want to show you is work hours and location. So this allows you to define the days of the week that you work, the times that you work, as well as your work location. Now, this is just particularly helpful in general when we go to schedule meetings, but we will be looking at turning our emails into meetings, and this being defined streamlines that creation process. Now we're going to take a look at sorting our emails. So studies have proven that it takes us about 23 minutes to gain refocus after we have been distracted. So if you have emails in your inbox that you're constantly reading or new ones that are constantly coming in, then we are constantly getting distracted and losing precious time. So in this section, we are going to take a look at 3 strategies. The first one will be how we can use Copilot to prioritize our inbox. The second one is how we can minimize emails in the first place. And the third one will be how we can take action and clear out our inbox. So let's jump in. So for those of us with a Copilot premium license, then I recommend that you start a new chat conversation with Copilot and type in a prompt asking Copilot to draft a morning brief and review your inbox from the last 24 hours and identify the top 3 emails that require a response right now based on your recent work, activity, and projects. You can optionally include some specific people, projects, or areas that you prioritize. Again, the clearer your instructions, the better your results. Now, once this is generated, we can hover over this prompt and we can select this schedule this prompt. This is going to pull up a schedule feature where we can define the run dates and times for this prompt. And we can also define an end date. In this case, I'm just going to remove it so that it runs indefinitely. And I'd also just recommend keeping this receive an email toggled on so that you'll be notified. Now, if you define this at the, 9 a.m. as soon as you get to the office, then this email is going to be at the top of your inbox and will help you prioritize the emails that you need to respond to right away. Additionally, for our Copilot Premium users, we can pop into our settings again, navigate to Copilot, and go prioritize. At the bottom here, you will see customize. So this is where we can use natural language to describe our higher and our lower priority items. Just type it in here and click add. So some examples for me are lower priority items are going to be anything related to day-to-day operations, and higher priority is going to be anything relating to our quarterly goals. So if we back out of here, then when we receive new emails, Copilot is going to add these little arrows to indicate high and low priority. And then further, we can use this sort from the top right here, and we can go sort by priority. So we'll see at the top that I have high priority, which are my quarterly planning goals. And then on the bottom here, we've got the daily operations update. So this helps you identify quickly those top priority items that you can respond to right away. And for more tips like this on how you can use Copilot, then grab my free starter pack that I've pinned in the comments below. Our second tactic for sorting our inbox is just to eliminate emails coming in the first place. So, for example, if you are subscribed to newsletters that you are not actively reading on a daily basis, then make sure that you unsubscribe to those just to clear out the clutter in the first place. Additionally, there are some other options here. If we right click on an email, then we can, report an email for junk or phishing to stop it from coming into your inbox. We can block a sender, or we can decide to ignore an email thread. So, for example, I have this long email thread going back and forth on some upcoming event items. If I don't want to receive notifications or emails about this thread anymore, then I could right click it and go ignore. So, by eliminating emails coming into our inbox, then we're minimizing the total number of emails and distractions in our day. So, now that we have prioritized with Copilot and we've minimized emails coming in the first place, the final piece is having a sorting process for everything else. And the goal here is to take action on every single email so that you can remove them from your inbox and prevent yourself from rereading them and constantly being distracted. Let's jump in. So, our first option here is if we receive an email and we don't have the time to reread it right now and we want it to appear in our inbox later, we can right click this email and then we can go snooze. So, this is going to make that email disappear from your inbox. And we can say, hey, appear in my inbox tomorrow at 8 a.m. So, if we select that, then you'll notice that we have this new folder on the left here called snooze. You don't need to look in there, but if you do need to access that email, you can do so here. Otherwise, it will appear in your inbox at that designated time. Then, if an email is going to take me less than 5 minutes, then I will action on it right away. And once I finish with it, I will either archive it or delete it. So I'll archive things that are important and I want to retain them for maybe financial or legal reasons in the future. And I'll just delete things that, you know, have less of an impact. If I don't need to access that in the future, then I can delete that item. Then further, every now and then you can pop into this deleted items area, select the 3 dots here, and then we can just go to empty. This helps you clear out that deleted folder while you retain those important items in the archive. And finally, if an email is going to take me over 5 minutes, then I will create a task for me to complete at a later date. There's a couple of ways that we can do this. And the first one is we can select my day on the top right. We can then select the email and drag and drop it over and go add as a task. Just note that there is add as an event. There's also add as a task. So this is the one that we want. Now, if we then pop over into to do, then we'll see that email appear here. So there we go, the daily operations update. Now, if we select that, then we can open up this email here. That creates a nice way to streamline that task process and easily reference the email. Now, I will also note that in Microsoft To Do and Planner, they do sync. We have this My Day. But when we create those tasks like we just did, we don't have a due date defined. So if we, for example, define today, then just notice here that we're now going to see that task visible in My Day. So tasks that are due today will automatically appear here. So this is a great way for you to be reminded to complete that task at a future date. Now we're going to move on to T, which is for time management. So on average, we receive 121 emails per day. So it's really easy to spend your day living in Outlook and responding to emails as they come in. But if you do that, then you don't have any time for deep work because you're constantly being distracted. So, this section here is all about managing our time effectively so that we can reclaim it for meaningful work. So, managing our time effectively happens inside of our calendar. So, we'll see that I already have my day open. So, now I can set aside time to work through these email tasks that we created earlier. I can select a task and then I can drag and drop it onto my calendar to, make a commitment to myself that, hey, I'm going to set aside time to work on this task. We can optionally expand the duration here to create a bigger time block. Now, you'll also notice that I have some recurring time blocks in my calendar. I have reviewing emails at 9 a.m. I have 2 blocks for some deep work. And this just protects my time so that I'm not in my inbox all the time. Outside of this review my emails area, I will close Outlook to minimize my notifications. Now, if you have Copilot, then we can expand Copilot here and we can ask Copilot to create a recurring calendar event Monday to Friday to review my emails at 12 p.m. for 15 minutes. So I have that one at 9 a.m. I'm going to add this other one for 12, and then I can add an additional one later on at the end of the day. Now, just note as well that if you don't have this Copilot feature available to you yet, then you can always just create a recurring time block inside of your calendar. Now we're going to move on to automating our inbox. So, on average, we spend 2.5 hours a day responding to emails and managing our emails. So, this area is about automating some of those routine processes to reclaim our time. So let's start off by looking at some of the features that Copilot can help us with when it comes to automation. So I just wanted to start off by expanding the Copilot icon on the top right here. Now, just note that when we have an email selected, that will be added as a reference. And then we can ask Copilot specific information about that specific email. However, if you close this, then Copilot is now grounded on your entire inbox or your entire calendar, and it can help you gain insights. So, for example, what meetings do I need to prepare for today? Or summarize emails that I am on the CC line and provide a 1 sentence summary. So, that just helps us get caught up on our outlook as a whole. Now, in addition to the regular Copilot chat, at the top of our emails, we have this summary by Copilot. So in this case, we have a long email thread. So this can be really helpful to get us caught up. We can use these sources to navigate to different areas of the thread. And we can even go ask Copilot to expand Copilot chat. And we'll see that it has automatically been grounded on that email. So we could then say, what are the key items that I need to address in my reply? And then help me draft a reply in my style and tone. Now, in addition to this summary and just using that Copilot chat, if we open up an email, for example, I'll go with this one right here, then we can also click reply and we can use this help me reply area. So we click that, then we can literally just brain dump how we want this reply to look, and Copilot will draft a response for us. So this is how we can automate our responses of drafting to emails, and gain insights on our entire inbox as well as calendar with Copilot. Of course, your availability of these features will vary depending on the different licenses and features that are available to you. Now, we also have some legacy items such as rules and quick steps. So, for example, let's just expand my rules here. You'll see that I have a rule for my newsletters. So, anytime that a message body includes the words unsubscribe, so any newsletter says that, then the action is to move it to a newsletters folder. So I've created a subfolder under my inbox, and all of those are automatically moved here. So now, instead of those newsletters cluttering out my inbox, they are automatically moved into this newsletters folder. And then I can spend a little bit of time each morning getting caught up to them. Or as a bonus, if you're a Copilot Premium user, then you could schedule a prompt to summarize the key items in all of your newsletters. Now, additionally, we have those quick steps. So, quick steps are similar to rules, but the thing that sets them apart is this ability to add a shortcut. So, instead of some of these things automatically happen, you can create a rule, give it a name, define an action, and then you can create a shortcut. So, once you review that email, then you can quickly go Control Shift 5, and then that action is going to happen. So, rules and quick steps are still great ways for us to save time and minimize some of the emails within our inbox. R is for refining our communication habits. Now, 46% of the workforce say that they miss deadlines from email overload. So, this section is all about how can we refine or approach communication from a different perspective so that we can minimize emails and streamline collaboration. Now, firstly, we can see here that Mike and I have this back and forth email thread. And you know what? It would really just be beneficial to create a meeting. Now, all users can just go meeting, and that's going to create an event from this email thread here. But for Copilot users, we can go schedule with Copilot. Now, what's going to happen here is we're going to see, a event name has automatically been added here. The email to people have already been invited to this attendee list. And then we have a suggested time. Now, this is going to be based off of those work hours and location that we've defined in our settings at the beginning. And then down below here, we have an agenda. So we can go through and we can update this as needed. But Copilot has basically gone through this thread and taken the context and provided an agenda as well as a summary so far. So this is how we can streamline this meeting creation from our emails using Copilot. Now, in some cases, an email doesn't need a response, in which case we can just use one of these reactions to acknowledge the email and let them know that we've read it, but we're not going to be cluttering their inbox. Instead, we're just sending that notification to them. And finally, for internal communication, especially, we can also, move away from emails and move those internal conversations into a Microsoft Teams channel or chat conversation. But let's not forget that if we work in an office, we can always walk down the hall and have a quick conversation because nothing beats human connection. And for those of you that wanted to download my Copilot starter pack, it's totally free and you can click the link here. Then you can watch this video suggested by YouTube.